Uninsured motorist coverage, arguably the most important type of coverage you can have if you're involved in an automobile accident. It is the coverage that no one talks about, but it is what protects you. So you can only get as much underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage as liability coverage you elect to have, which means that you need to elect high liability coverage so you can get high coverage. The coverage is what you can use if the car that hit you or the person that hit you either doesn't have insurance or they don't have enough insurance. So for example, somebody hits you and they have $25,000 in insurance, but you have to have emergency surgery and it costs $100,000. Where do you get the next $75,000 that you need? You get it from your own policy. So it's a coverage that you elect to have for yourself and also other passengers in your vehicle, as well as yourself if you're a passenger in another vehicle. And it can also be something that protects your family members or people that are relatives that are living at in your house if they're involved in a wreck. We'll look at a policy here. You can go onto your insurance website, and on this policy it's labeled as UE, uninsured motorist vehicle, and you can find where it says bodily injury. This policy has $500,000 / $1 million. So that means that this person would have $500,000 in insurance coverage in the event that the person who hit them either didn't have enough or ran out of insurance, and then they would have $1 million to cover everybody that was in the vehicle if there are multiple people in the vehicle. Now in Georgia, there is a state mandated limit of $25,000, which is what every policy is going to give you unless you elect to reject that $25,000 of coverage. So a lot of people do it because they don't understand what coverage is, but it's something that you don't have to pay a lot for. For example, if we look at this policy, this is half. So this policy is what you're paying for 6 months, and to get $500,000 and $1 million in coverage, you're paying $106. So $200 a year to have that kind of coverage. It's not expensive. It's not something that you should reject. It's something that you should add. And the other confusing thing that the agents may not walk you through or that's hard to understand is there's add-on coverage and then there's reduced by coverage. So if you have a reduced by coverage, if somebody hits you, they have $25,000 in coverage and you have $25,000 in your coverage is reduced by what they have. So you would end up getting no money, no coverage yourself because your policy was equal to their policy. If they had a $25,000 policy and you had a $50,000 policy, you would end up getting $25,000 added on to their $25,000. But if you elect to get an add-on policy, then you're going to just add your coverage on top of theirs. So if they have 25, you have 50, then you're gonna get $75,000 in coverage. So you want add-on, you don't wanna reject and you wanna get the up as high as you can.